I don't know whether you're happy about this or not, being in isolation while this debate on net zero has played out within the party room, the joint party room as well. But here we are. There's an agreement. There's a plan that's been outlined yesterday. Last week when we were talking, you talked about the risk of not meeting this target, not going to Glasgow with this target. With this plan in place now, can our farmers, our agriculture industry avoid those carbon tariffs that European nations and others were threatening to impose on Australia?
Well, look, we obviously have to be at the table to make sure that those tariffs aren't put in place, and the fact that we're taking that commitment to net zero, I think, is really important in being able for us to be able to do that. Just overnight, we saw a welcoming tweet by the European Union Trade Representative Valdis Dombrovskis welcoming our decision to go to net zero and saying that that will be looked upon very favourably when it comes to our free trade agreement. So that's our second biggest market that we're trying to get access to at the moment. So it is important that we're at the table, that we are able to defend against the imposition of tariffs that will harm our farmers and our miners and our resource sector more broadly. But two, we can also put the strong case, and it's a very strong case, that now we need to see from the European Union and the United States and other developed countries that are big users of agricultural subsidies, that they have to look at those because they're also leading to emissions. And as the Food and Agricultural Organisation has said, if we don't address that, it's going to be very hard for us to meet our Paris targets. So being at the table absolutely essential as part of this debate for the future of our economy.
We talked to Innes Willicks before. He's been on the sidelines of this debate for quite some time, decades even. He says it's a mistake to rule out nuclear. Why would you do such a thing when technology is at the centre of reaching this target in 2050? I mean, technology is getting better across the board, including nuclear. So why would you rule it out?
Well, we've said we'd be happy to have that debate on a bipartisan basis. What we don't want to do is get bogged down in some political debate on nuclear which isn't going to achieve anything. It would need bipartisan support, and that's what we've said. And in the meantime, we're going to get on with the raft of other technologies that will drive the change that's needed. Hydrogen, obviously carbon into soils, these types of technology that we know that will get us there to net zero by 2050. So obviously if the opposition want to have a discussion around nuclear in a bipartisan basis, that's something that we could consider. But until we can get there, we've just got to look at all the other alternative options that are available to us, and that's what we're doing.
All right, well, good luck when you get out on Monday.
Thanks, Laura. Pleasure to be with you.